Hello and welcome to a very special event this evening. I'm Terror Incognita, alongside me is Thimo, and we have the EGL Racing Rivals tournament for you here in F1 2018. 3 leagues, 20 drivers, and a battle between the leagues to see who's going to take home the crown. How's it going, Thimo?
It's going fine. I'm pretty excited for this tournament. Obviously, because we don't see the drivers from the different leagues, we don't see them compete too often against each other, especially with the guys from Worldwide Racing League, so WWRL. They haven't ever raced against the drivers we are more used to seeing, so it will be definitely interesting who can take the crown here. You could maybe explain the constructor system to the viewers.
Yeah, so we've got, for each league we have a different engine supplier is basically how it works. So the 2 SRL guys, like Revo you can see there, like Silver, like Bantz, you can see there. So they are all driving cars with Ferrari engines. The SLR guys, I'm going to trip over that many times. It used to be SRL, it's now SLR. They are all driving Renault branded vehicles. So that is the Renault cars, the McLaren cars, and also who else?
Red Bull
the
Racing.
Red Bull, yeah, thank you, Thimo. So they're in the Red Bulls as well, and then the WWRL guys, along with the independent Tipsy Bob, and also a couple of guests from South Africa, yeah. Jogger and Effective. They're going to be driving the Mercedes engined cars.
Yep.
So the Mercedes themselves, the Force Indias, and also the
Williams
and
Toro Rosso.
the Toro Rosso, yeah. So it's I think it's the South African.
Yeah,
Toro
so
Rossos.
we've got ourselves 3 South African drivers, and they are so 2 of them are in the Toro Rosso. One of them is in the Williams. Tipsy is also independently in the Williams, and then we've got the Force Indias and the Works Mercedes cars for the WWRL guys. The 3 tracks we're racing on are Melbourne. Melbourne, so in Australia, obviously. It has been the season opener for, I think, for a lot of years, so since 1996, I think.
Yep, that's right.
It's been the season opener, so it will also open this championship. Then after that, it's the Hockenheim Ring in Germany, and because we've seen some quite exciting racing over both leagues, so SLR and 2SRL in this season, so we decided to go for Germany. Also, yeah, it's quite popular among the drivers. And then everything will come down to the decider in Brazil, Sao Paulo, which will round off the championship. It has also been a historic race for championship deciders. So I think it was the last race of the season for like the time span of mid-2000s until Abu Dhabi came in the early...
Yep, absolutely right. Whenever that was, 2010? Something like that.
2012, I think.
2012.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Around this time.
Yep. So yeah, that's our schedule for today. 3 25% races and 1 shot qualifying for each of them. So everyone on a level playing field as far as that's concerned. And
we're missing 1 driver, right?
We are at 21 of 22, which includes
Tipsy
the 2 of us.
isn't in.
No,
Tipsy.
Tipsy's there. Tipsy's in a Sauber. Tipsy
Tipsy
should not be in a
get
Sauber.
out of the Sauber.
Yeah, that's not the car he needs to be in. So I guess they're just sorting that out. We got Please in there as well. He's an SLR participant. Yes. We'll try very hard to get the name right, but I'm sure I'm going to get it wrong on a number of occasions this evening. So we're just waiting for the kinks to be ironed out here before we get underway. So 25% races. So probably, I don't know, how long are they? They're about like 20 minutes, something like that.
Wait.
Now we've lost somebody altogether, so I don't know what's going on here. I think there are some struggles getting this set up. But hopefully not too many more. Got Sergios who's back in.
Tipsy just messaged me. So first of all, he said that he hasn't practiced all week, so we should go easy on him. So no Flame Marino towards Tipsy. And also, he's apparently not independent, so he's...
Ah, so he's driving for 2SRL.
He's driving for 2SRL. I
Nice,
just messaged him.
That's why he's in the Sauber then. Of course, a Ferrari-engined car, so that'll be fun. We've got Tipsy and Ocean, the two friends from Northern Ireland, representing different leagues today. SLR, Ocean Chief, and 2SRL, Tipsy Bob.
Has Ocean Chief still got the 2SRL in his original name? Because I've nicknamed him.
Nope, he's SLR Ocean Chief.
Okay.
So he's the only one. In fact, no, he's not. There's several people with the actual tags.
Why is
SLR.
this starting now? We're starting to count down, but I think we're missing 2 drivers.
Well,
so
we're missing one. I think Effective is in. So I think he's gonna be ready. But yeah, I think we're missing at least. Yeah, there we go. It got cancelled.
Okay. So sorry for the difficulties, of course. Not under our control.
Yep, we just have to be a little bit patient and wait for everyone to sort themselves out here. Thank you all for joining us in chat.
Yep.
Welcome along.
I will try to have a look at the chat every now and then.
Yeah, we got lots of messages of support for the South African guys, so
and
good luck to them today.
So now I think I've just started a flood of drivers now telling me that they haven't practiced, and that's good. Please just message me, so he hasn't practiced as well. We should go easy on him as well. So we should... oh man, I wanted to insult people, that makes it hard.
What? We shouldn't be going.
We shouldn't.
No, we shouldn't be going. I have no control over it.
Okay. It should be fine. Maybe some people didn't turn up. I don't know.
I think Wimpy was messaging me. He meant to message somebody else, I guess.
We'll see.
So we might have to restart. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, let's hope not. Cursed hasn't practiced at all for this. Oh no.
Poor Milos Martika.
This will definitely go well. Wait, is Cost even driving? He's not. Oh, okay. So that's the meme then. I'm really quick in my head, so I definitely figured that out.
So is this happening? We got Hugo's... Yeah, I know my stream keeps black screenings because I keep having to tab out to read Steam messages. I'm driving? What? I'm pretty sure I was in as spectator.
You're in the Toro Rosso.
Apparently I am. Let me retire.
Yes.
Why did that happen?
Oh, Thomas is driving. Wow. Okay, that came as a bit of a surprise. We haven't seen him drive for a long time, but somehow it's really fast. Unfortunately, I can show you my spectator screen at the moment because I can't live stream.
Well, I should be able to show everyone once I have been able to retire.
Yeah. Oh no, Terra is out of this.
I know, it's terrible.
Alright,
here we go. So this is the start of this one-shot qualifying. So yeah, we've got Edge, who's gotten out to an early lead. We got Vance in second place. So right on board with Vance a little bit. Silver doing well up there too.
Revo is last at the moment, so
did something happen to Revo?
Probably made a mistake. Now ahead of Wimpy, approaching the sector. Oh, Sergius has now gotten himself out of the midfield as well. He's now in P3, so slowly the classification becomes more is more in the order of the actual pace, because only one sector doesn't show it at all. Yeah, so Edge seems like he's a really fast guy, to be honest.
Just riding on board with him at the moment. It's been neat and tidy so far.
Probably made a bit of a mistake.
Yep, Sergio's getting up into P2, so at the moment that's your top 3. Edge looks like he's not going to be relinquishing this. He was a little bit wide on the exit of the right-hander, but not too bad. Got it slowed down into the left-hander.
Oh, Vance has gotten, Vance got onto
tumbling
the grass.
down the order.
So now he is in P8. He will probably be disappointed about that, and the 1:23 runs off the pole lap by Edge. Yeah, you can see this is one-shot qualifying, because the times are not probably the times would be better if it was a short qualifying where everyone had multiple runs, but obviously they don't. So. The lap times tend to be a bit worse.
So there it is. So we've got that's a really good lap time. It's 20.3 in one-shot qualifying for Edge. Sergio 6/10ths behind, and then come the second row Copy and Silva, and then 2 SLR drivers /LP and Anonymous. So Bantz, I guess, made a pretty major mistake there. He was running up in P3.
He was on the grass.
So Bantz really struggling. I don't know what is going on.
Is this? It should count.
Hang on.
Oh, Edge
sorry
is
for black
Hungarian.
screen.
Okay.
For some reason, I am a driver. No probs, though. I think Wimpy wanted us to stop.
Maintain focus going into the first few corners. We don't want an incident before the race has even started.
Wait, will you be able to...
I should be able to retire. In fact, can I? No, I can't do it now. So I'll have to...
great.
Yeah,
I mean, for the next race it will be sorted, so...
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, just...
So yeah, you'll have to do commentary of the first corner, probably.
Yes. We're sorry for that, but... it's a live stream, so things like that can happen.
Yeah, afraid so.
It's pretty hard to do something against it. So now, oh, we've got a formation lap. Oh, can you retire in formation lap?
I don't think I can. I can. What can I do? Nope, I can't retire in the formation lap. So am I gonna have to drive slowly around?
You won't be in time if you leave now and I invite you, right? Do you think you will be?
Maybe, yeah, I will be. Yeah, okay, I will be.
Got a minute.
All right, let's try doing this.
Wait, can I even invite you?
Yeah, if you can now. Maybe I can join.
No.
I don't know. Let's have a look.
I can't send an invite at the moment. I'll tell.
Oh, there we go. No, we're good. We're good.
Are you in?
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay.
So I was able to. There was an invite already open from me from earlier, so I was able to do that.
Okay, great.
So it looks like we're gonna get to see the start of this race. Here we go. All right.
Perfect.
So we have everyone. So yeah, Edge on the pole position. We've got Bantz and Basco-Dino by the looks of it, who've both been disqualified. I guess they hit each other.
Yeah.
And Ocean Chief and Revo as well.
Jogger as well.
Jogger.
That's not good for them, because the formation lap, of course, is there to enable warming up your tires, bringing them up to temperature so you can have maximum grip levels at the start of the race, so you can get a better getaway, less wheel spin, more grip in the first turn, etc, etc. And so if you get disqualified, your tire temps aren't as high, so you might struggle for the first 2 turns or something like that. So it's not optimal getting disqualified, and you get disqualified for touching other cars, which might happen if there's miscommunication between the drivers, and that's obviously what happened between Basco-Dino, Bantz, Ocean Chief, Revo, and probably Jog as well.
So they are going to have cold tires, unfortunately, as you said, so it's going to be a little bit tricky for them, but we're going to see everyone form up on the grid now.
I will have a look further down the order, and you can watch the top guys.
Well, there is everyone. Here we go, 5 lights, and away we go. Edge on pole position. Off they go, and trying to see who got a decent start there. Edge got a very good one. He's clear into turn 1. Into 3rd place by the looks of it goes Silva.
Oh, and there's a car off. It's Tosh Thomas into the wall. He lost a bit of a front wing. What's going on up the order?
So up front we've got everyone line astern for the moment. Little bit of a scrap
there's a
for
big crash.
P6.
Smeltino is round. There was some cars involved in that. There was a bit of carnage, sorry. But I couldn't quite tell what was going on. And 5-second stop-go penalty for Tipsy Bob.
So Bance and Bascodino, I think, had to sort themselves out going into the right-hander. Looks all to be good though. So everyone up front got away cleanly. Edge is leading by about half a second at the moment from Sergio. Silva just behind. Then Slash, LP and P4, the 2 Red Bulls, having a very good start to this race. So at the moment, Tipsy once again gets himself a penalty. I don't think he's going to be too happy about that, unfortunately.
Yep.
But Ocean Chief and Wimpy, by the looks of it, scrapping. There's all sorts of fun and games going on into the fast chicane there. Revo and Ocean Chief get together, and off goes Ocean into the wall. Well, we didn't really see very much of that, but Ocean is really struggling now.
Oh, and up ahead, 2 cars go off the track. That's Wimpy and another car. I couldn't figure out who that was. Tipsy Bob makes the move, and he slips through. He's now up into
Jeremy,
P8
by the looks of it.
Vans,
and Wimpy tags the back of Jeremy.
Wimpy getting onto the grass again, and the Williams is going into the pits. I think that's Jogger. And now
no, please in the pits.
Revo will attack Wimpy down the main straight into turn 1. Wimpy probably without a chance to defend that properly. Yeah, he backs out of it, and Revo gets himself up into the last points paying position. Now he's facing a train of 2 Sarel representants in form of the Haas car of Jeremy, then the Sauber of Tipsy, and then Vance in the Ferrari in P7. So there's a 2 Sarel train of cars in the lower point ranks. But currently this race is led by Worldwide Racing League driver Edge, who is half a second ahead of SLR driver El Sergio. So these 2 are sticking together, and they might give us a good battle to watch. Because if Edge doesn't manage to get out of the Sergio's out of the DRS window by next lap, then Sergio's will be able to get DRS.
There's no DRS for a little while, because I don't think it's enabled for lap 3 itself, as it were, because the detection, it is. I think the detection line is before the start-finish line.
Yeah, they will get it for the back straight.
Oh, will they? So okay. All right. In which case, yeah, I stand corrected then in that case. Sergio does the fastest lap of the race, just fractionally ahead of Edge, and we're going to see now about that DRS advantage. DRS has been enabled, and not seeing DRS from... Sergio doesn't have DRS.
That's not what I meant. I meant
oh, right,
3,
yeah, okay, yeah, the new one, yeah, they will.
Yeah.
So Sergio just has to wait behind a little bit here, and yeah, makes a little bit of a mistake there, and a little bit wide on the left-hander, but Edge showing very, very good pace at the beginning of this race. It's been a while since we saw somebody take the fight like this. Unfortunately, we don't have Etney racing today, but Sergio
and Silva is out, I think. Okay, he went off track, but I don't think he probably missed. Yeah, he missed turn 7, I guess, and went off track. So the 2 Red Bull cars of Slash LP and Copy went through, and at the moment it's looking like a show, like the SLR show with Sergius in 2, Slash LP in 3, and Copy in 4.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
3 of them in the top 4, looking great.
And we got Revo struggling behind.
Silva now.
Silva must have damage, I would have thought. He's really struggling. That was through the fast chicane. He's struggling a lot. So he's going to go into this right-hander.
I think probably a bit of his M plate. Copy is also really close to Slash LP, so we should watch Sergio's and we should watch Copy. Both may be up for a move. Sergio's now opens his DRS, but Edge looks like he has, like he's in control of the situation at the moment.
Yep, down the back straight. This is
Silva going into the pits. I will have a look if
himself a penalty as well.
Speeding!
I'm sure he must have damage, but yeah, his race effectively ruined by that incident at turn 7. So Edge...
He's getting a new nose.
About a half a second ahead of Sergio. Sergio's running a little bit wide, hitting the wall on the inside. That was a big impact. I'm not sure whether it got any of the front wing. It looked like he might have been all right, but it was a big error from Sergios that saw him hit the inside wall there.
Still within a second, and Revo has taken Jeremy. Where has Bance gone? Has Bance made a pit stop? I don't know.
Yeah, Bance has pitted, so he must have taken damage.
Obviously, 25% races feature 1 pit stop per driver on the 2 softest compounds, so I think that's softs and super softs here. Or are they ultras? I don't know. I think
ultras and supers, yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. So, Bance has already made the stop and has now overtaken you, lol.
Yep, well done, Bance. My Ghost's having a fantastic race. Here's Sergios. Sergios pitting, so did Sergios take damage there? I wonder. So he's going to come into the pit lane. We're going to see if he can get it slowed down for the line. He can just about.
And Copy also going into the pit, so he's trying the undercut onto /LP.
So we're going to keep an eye here on Sergios to see whether he had to change his front wing. Yep, they are changing Sergios' front wing by the looks of it. So he did take damage in that incident that we saw.
But is it actually worth to change front wing?
I don't know. And he's
out literally inside of of Copy.
Of Copy, yeah. So he does manage to keep that position, but only barely. Comes out P7.
Oh, and Copy! Copy? I think Copy just died down or something.
Did he not manage to find his pit limiter button or something? It looked like something that was really weird.
Wow.
But yeah, he was slow out of pit lane. I'm sure that's why, because he wasn't able to.
Let's hope it wasn't
deactivate his pit limiter. So Bance is all over the back of him now.
Yeah, so that essentially made him fall into the clutches of the red horse. Of the Ferrari of Bance, and he's
Bance all over the back.
A really aggressive line there. He is a bit extending on the outside, all within the rules, of course. Speaking of extending rules, we are running a strict corner cutting setting, so you really shouldn't cross the lines that are on the edge of the track.
Yep, absolutely. Revo running very wide there in the right-hander before the last couple of corners. He's all over the back of Tipsy Bob. He's going to have DRS this time. Almost pit time. In fact, the lead runners have both pitted. So Edge comes into the pits. /LP also comes into the pits. We're going to keep an eye on where they come out. Edge will come out right in clear air. So he's a long way ahead of Sergios, as you would expect. Sergios had to change his front wing. So he's got now effectively about a 4-second lead in this race, as Tipsy does get the move, or Revo rather, does get the move done on the inside of Tipsy Bob into turn 3, and now he can set a couple of fast laps potentially in clear air before his pit stop.
The gap between Sergios and Edge is now 6.5 seconds, so the battle for the lead has essentially turned out to be Edge's to win.
Yep, I think barring any major dramas, Edge is going to win this race by the looks of it. He's the lead car of those that have pitted, and the 3 in front of him are not anywhere near close enough to be able to challenge, I would have thought.
And Revo has passed Tipsy.
Yep, that happened at the beginning of this lap.
Oh wait, did you comment on it?
I did, yeah.
Okay, never mind then.
So at the moment we've got the other Ferrari at Bance all over the back of Copy for P9. So this is for 2 points at the moment.
/LP is trying to take Wimpy around the outside in Sector 3 after the DRS straight, and he goes almost onto the grass. I think like one tire was on the dirt, and so they are still side by side, but now Wimpy
Bance around the outside very nicely of Copy.
Yeah.
And yeah, as you said, Wimpy's pitting in fact, so Wimpy choosing not to fight that one too hard. Getting himself into the pit lane, fastest lap of the race for Sergios.
Again, and multiple, corner cutting penalty. I actually saw that on my screen. He went across turn 1 on the inside. It's really easy to miss that one if you're trying to go fast.
Yep.
It's not really, it doesn't have to be intentional. You just miss your turning point. Either you turn in too late or too early, and you get an extending or corner cutting penalty.
We'll keep a track of these penalties.
To Sergios.
Yep, absolutely. We'll keep track of these penalties best we can. Sergios at the moment has 3. /LP doesn't have any as far as we know. So could be an interesting second half of the race. He's only 5 seconds behind /LP, so if he can close that gap just a little bit, then might be in for a good situation here. Bantz is going to have to defend here, I think, from Copy, as he just covers the inside line going into turn 8. And out they go towards the back straight.
Yeah. In the background, Jeremy is still trying to hold on to the car of Bascodinho, so he doesn't want him to let him go as well. Copy now with open DRS.
Yep, everyone has now pitted, of course, so these are the real positions, as it were. Edge with the fastest lap of the race, 23.0 from him.
Wow.
Very impressive, extending that gap over Sergios, just by a little bit, but by enough, certainly. Sergios, of course, has the 3-second penalties as well.
And Revel is up into P4 after this whole pit stop. After the pit stop period, Revel is in P4.
Yep.
Where was he before? I think he was like in P8.
Yeah,
so
he was a little way down.
Definitely gained some positions.
So he's obviously passed Tipsy on track. We saw that, and yeah, he's done a couple of fast laps. So this battle at the moment for what is now 6th and 7th is I think the most interesting one on track. There's a train of 4 cars between about 5th and about 8th, from Bantz to Jeremy, who are all sort of running line astern. So they'll all get DRS from each other. And Bascodinho, it is looking like, is the fastest of these cars at the moment. So all over the back of Copy, and looking potentially to get a move done out of the fast chicane that we're coming up to now. So through they go. Not quite close enough. He will have the DRS. He will have considerable benefit from the slipstream too, but maybe not quite enough to get a move done into turn 13 at the end of that straight.
And please
retires from the session.
He
from
died.
P11.
I can't tell you what turn it is, but
hitting the back. Jeremy into the back of Bascodinho there, and into the pit lane. I think it was /LP. What happened there?
Yeah,
we didn't quite see what happened, but he must have had some sort of an incident, because he was doing very. He gets himself a penalty as well. So /LP really struggling. Was on for such a good result. Was in P3, so something must have happened to him.
Yep.
Revo now in that 3rd place position, and suddenly 2SRL looking like they're in a good position right now, with Revo and Bantz running in formation.
The tables have turned. So what I wanted to say, police got probably catapulted out of the 2nd turn of sector 3. It's really easy to miss your turning point there and then get onto the grass, or got onto that little field of concrete on the inside of the corner, and then just get catapulted out of the corner onto the grass into the wall. And that's why Police's car was standing there besides the wall with one wheel missing. So yeah, he unfortunately out of the race.
Oh dear. So Please not able to convert his reasonably good pace into
and Tipsy retired.
Tipsy, what happened?
What happened? I will try to spot it. Yeah, he died in the same position.
Oh dear, out of the right-hander, yeah.
So that promotes Satoshi and Smeltinho from Worldwide Racing League into the points.
Yeah.
So, well, only Smeltinho, but
yeah, we're seeing this battle at the moment. These 2 drivers representing the same league, of course. They've both got Mercedes engines, which means they're both Worldwide Racing League participants. But they're going to be battling it out here for the last couple of points. Meanwhile, I think things have calmed down a little bit towards the front. Sergios has made, well, a few inroads into Edge, but only to the tune of about half a second. Nothing really more than that. So, bit of a struggle up front. Edge really, he's driven a pretty faultless race. And Sergios has made a couple of mistakes. He hit the wall, of course, on the inside of turn 7. He's got a bit of oversteer into there, so had to change his nose, lost a bunch of time, has got himself a penalty as well, so it's going to have to be P2, I think, by the looks of it, for Sergios this race. He'll be a little bit disappointed with that. Here is a battle, I think, for P4. Bantz maybe struggling a little bit on those tyres. He pitted very early because he was involved in one of the incidents at the start. As Revo gets himself a penalty, that might be a big deal.
Oh, that might become close if he makes a mistake.
So Copy locks up into the hairpin at the end of the lap, and yeah, Revo does at the moment have just over 3 seconds on Bantz, and we don't think Bantz has a penalty, so...
Yeah. Tipsy has given me a statement about what happened to him. To quote him, I got a 5-second penalty for passing crashed cars, so I was pushing like crazy to make up some time, and then I ran a little too much on the grass and lost the car. So pretty much what we predicted, and I think Bantz just had a bit of a moment.
Okay, I was watching the battle between Silver and Jeremy, because Silver's just overtaken Jeremy for P7. So just checking that out. These two running very close together at the moment. Jeremy gets himself very wide. He almost lost it as well on the outside there. He was wide on the exit of the right-hander. Got himself a penalty and almost lost the car completely. In the same way that Slash LP retires as well. So I didn't see what happened to him, but it's been a little bit of a scrappy race from him.
I might be able to spot the car.
Copy now all over the back of Bantz for this P4. Well, as I say that, he backs off a little bit. Didn't quite get a good enough run through the chicane. So into the braking zone, into this right-hander, turn 13.
Slash LP apparently put his car into the wall on the left side after turn 2 on the straight.
I see, okay.
Maybe caught a bit of the curb or got onto the grass and ran on the outside, and then the car oversteered into the wall. So that's probably what happened to him after his unfortunate...
Another penalty for Sergios. That's not going to matter because he's far enough ahead of Revo that he's not going to worry too much about penalties.
Hey, you're in P50.
Oh, that's my ghost, yeah. Watching this battle. The code going off track and wheels locking definitely does have effect. You lose traction if you're off track. You've seen a couple of drivers be caught out by the lack of traction and putting it into the wall, most notably Sergios up front when he was chasing Edge, and pretty much cost him his race. Very close now, Copy having to go to the outside of Bantz as they run through turn 8 absolutely side by side, and I think he might just have this, so it's side by side on the exit. They're going to be side by side, I think, all the way up towards the far chicane. Who's going to blink here? Bantz on the outside, Copy on the inside. Bantz just about does. Nicely done by him, and Bascodinho is all over the back now as well.
Yeah,
he's got the DRS too, and so does Copy, of course. But certainly, Bascodinho trying to have it around the outside. Oh, on contact into the wall! Oh dear!
And Copy both. Oh, only Copy is out. Bascodinho keeps the car out of the wall. That was, of course, not what we wanted to see. So unfortunate turnout for Copy and Slash LP, both Red Bull Racing cars.
Bascodinho's got serious damage, though. He's going to be lucky to finish in the position he's in. He's going to be passed, I think, by both Silver and Jeremy.
He 180s his car, and it looks like he's at least mentally conceded.
Yeah, well, effectively out of the race, I think.
Yeah, Ocean Chief now in P11. Wimpy even getting himself up into the points, and Jeremy. What did just happen between Jeremy and Bascodinho? I didn't see. Bascodinho
not a huge amount. Bascodinho is seriously damaged. He's going to be falling all the way back, I would imagine. There's 3 laps to go, so I would imagine he's going to be behind both Satoshi and Smeltino.
So this has now really become a Tuasarel party, with Tuasarel having the positions 3 to 6.
Yeah, absolutely. That's looking like... What's the situation in terms of league points at the moment as Silver and Jeremy?
I will try to keep track of that, but Tuasarel should be in first.
Yeah, I think they should. So they get 15 plus 12 plus 10 plus 8, which is, how many is that? That's 45.
But all WWRL guys are in the points.
Yep, they are. So I think, WWRL are going to be second for sure as Silver gets himself a penalty.
Yeah.
That, at the moment, drops him behind Bascodinho, but it won't for long. Bascodinho is pretty heavily damaged, so he's not going to be worrying too much about that one. But yeah, 2SRL at the moment out in the lead, ahead of SLR.
Yeah.
Oh, ahead of WWRL, in fact, in second place, and then SLR in third. At the moment, Sergios the only person from SLR in the points.
I predict a fastest lap of the race by Tochtamas, because he is pitted again.
He got a penalty
for it, and now he is on Ultra Softs and chasing Revo.
Yeah, I wonder if he's... Yeah, I mean, Edge is going pretty quickly, though. I wonder if he's fast enough, even on Ultras, to get himself a fastest lap. It'll be interesting
That's
to see.
That's the question. But he might get DRS, so that could help.
Yeah, it could.
He's actually faster than Revo at the moment.
Yeah, Copy is in fact retired after his misadventures with Bascodinho, so really unfortunate for Copy.
Have I got him in my friend list? Can I get some information? No, I don't, unfortunately.
Oh, well, maybe in chat if he's here, he can tell us what happened. It looked pretty unfortunate. It was one of those where just the wheel tags on the inside of the other car and sends it around. Both cars really suffering badly from it. Bascodinho is about to lose his 7th place, I think, to Satoshi.
If I read the chat correctly, is it possible that Edge is running traction control because someone has written Edge with that TC boost? So would be interesting to know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's might be possible. I'm not sure. As Bascodinho is overtaken by Satoshi.
He's a fast driver nonetheless. So
yeah, he's very fast, certainly.
But would be interesting to know.
Faster than everyone else today. Faster than Sergios, which not many people are faster than Sergios, but
yeah,
nicely driven by Edge.
Etney is sometimes faster than Sergios. He obviously won the last version of this sort of tournament.
Yep, he did.
But he couldn't come for this one. I don't know the reason though.
Yeah, me neither. It's a shame not to see him here.
And Edge crosses the line.
Oh wow, already, goodness me.
Sergios, of course, having to make a dramatic finish.
There's all of the
into the wall.
all of the bits of McLaren. Revo with the no practice Ferrari comes across the line in P3. So good result for Revo.
I wonder if penalties might make a difference. Bans.
Revo had 3. I think Bans had 3 as well. So
okay.
Oh, does he have one? Maybe he does have one. Maybe
oh,
he doesn't have
Sergios had a stock setup.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, he just told me that that's the reason he made so many mistakes. Okay, so yeah, of course setups are important. I mean, Australia isn't the worst track to be in stock setup. Stock setup normally...
I think generally you want a little bit more downforce than that in Australia.
So that could maybe... it's probably what caused him to lose the car into the wall in the end of Sector 1. So a lack of downforce you don't expect can catch you off guard easily, and then it can go really wrong. In the end, WWRL claiming the first victory, so 2 races to go. They are looking strong, especially Edge, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. So they did win the first race, but in terms of points, they are not leading this championship as far as I can see.
Yeah, probably the Ferraris, but
I'm just working it out now.
Close.
So we got 25 plus 6 plus 4 plus 2.
4?
How many is that? For 8th place, I believe, yeah. So that's 37. So WWRL on 37. SLR, I think it's just Sergios from SLR in the points. So
yeah, 18.
They get 18. So, and then 2 SRL, I think they're the early leaders in this one. I think it's 15 plus 12 plus 10 plus 8, which is 37, 45. So your standings after one race in terms of leagues. 2 SRL in the lead with 45 points. Then WWRL in 2nd place with 37. And then SLR with 18.
Okay. I just got the confirmation. Edge actually uses traction control. But I guess it's his decision, so we're not in the position to judge.
Yep, well, if he's running in AOR Assist League, then yep, he might well be using traction control. Very fast driver, though. So, good first race from him. It'd be interesting to see whether Sergios has anything for it. Anything for him with a different setup. Yeah. Or with a setup that he's made.
Please also told me that he was a bit frustrated after the first lap. He got a red wing after a crash in turn 5, so yeah, not the best result for him, of course. I mean, I think he retired. Yeah, he retired.
Alright, I'm going to need another invite. Sorry for the black screen, folks. I'm having to ask Ocean to get another invite. So we should be back in very shortly. I've lost my pen. Where did my pen go? Somewhere on the floor, but I can't find it.
Wow.
Oh, there it is.
Rip.
Alright. I have my pen back. Alright. So I think what happened was, in terms of me spectating or not spectating, I think because I was trying to, Wimpy was screaming at me to stop the, like to stop the launch, and I tried to do that, and I think that turned me from being a spectator into being a participant, unfortunately. So we're going to be spectating this time, and everything is going to be okay. And yeah, copy in chat saying thanks Bascodinho. It was pretty unfortunate. It was one of those incidents where two cars running very closely together and one just sort of hooks onto the other and into the wall.
Yep. Yeah, that's one of the places on the track where a lot of oftentimes incidents happen because the car behind gets a really good run and the car ahead gets a really bad run, and then they kind of have nowhere to go and run into each other. So I've seen that a lot myself in open lobbies, but also I think in League it happened as well. So
yeah, absolutely.
Not completely uncommon. Still unfortunate.
Alright, here we go then for race number 2. It'll be Hockenheim.
Satoshi, apparently from South Korea. What time zone is that? Is it? It should be in the morning for him, but really early in the morning. So like 4 a.m.
like 7 hours ahead, 8 hours ahead, something like that. So yeah, very,
Okay.
very early in the morning. He's not Korean, he says in chat.
That's okay. Okay.
He's Hungarian. There we go. Just like Revo.
And
He's
Edge.
from Hungary, and Edge as well.
Okay.
So lots of Hungarian participation in this race. It's good to see.
Yep.
Here we go then, one-shot qualifying. I'm going to see the cars as they come out this time. I'm not a participant in this race, you'll be pleased to know.
Oh yes. Oh, and then we've lost Anonymous. He's not in this lobby.
He is in the lobby. He's number 9 at the moment for me on the standings, at least.
Oh, he is. Oops, but he's not in Renault.
He's not in a Renault, no, he's in a Williams for some reason.
Yeah, I was searching for... Oh, he probably joined the lobby late and then just got sorted into the car, and I think the Williams has got a higher ranking than the Renault? Is that possible? I don't know.
Here we go then. I'm going to see what happens.
I've got no sound.
Following Bascodinho, you've got no sound. That
Yeah.
might be interesting. Bascodinho having a very good first couple of corners. Copy takes the lead for the time being. The two SRL Ferrari boys are also up there. Revo and Bantz. And Edge as well. So Edge, at the moment, we're going to follow him for the next couple of corners at least. Gets outbraked by the looks of it into the hairpin, but also gets the exit. So good stuff from Edge. He's in the lead at the moment. Anonymous has got himself into 3rd place as well. Bantz has fallen down the order a little bit after the hairpin. So once again, they sort themselves out. We're going to go on board with Bantz, I think, because Bantz looked like he was struggling to me. Struggling a little bit with a little bit of understeer into Mobile 1. Now into Mercedes again, understeer locks a tyre. Just a little bit ragged. Edge it is, by the looks of it, is going to do the fastest lap of this session. Bantz runs a little bit wide there, hopefully no penalty for him. So Edge pole with 1 minute 11.4. And don't know what happened to Sergios. Did Sergios not complete a lap? He didn't complete a lap, so he's going to be starting at the back. Lag, he says in chat. So don't know what happened there. But assuming he's able to start the race, he's going to be starting it from the back, unfortunately. Got disqualified from the session. How's your sound, Thimo? Oh, have we lost Thimo? That's bad news if we've lost Thimo. So Edge. How's your sound doing, Thimo?
Yeah, it should be fixed again. I just had to sort something, so I didn't see qualifying.
So we got Edge on pole. So Sergios, something happened to Sergios, either lag or something else. Says lag in chat, but he got disqualified, so he's right at the back.
Oh.
So it's going to be harsh for him. Jeremy having a very good qualifying session. He's P4.
Yeah.
In that Haas.
WWRL obviously doing really good at the moment.
Yep, first and third. Edge on pole, and then Bascodinho in P3 after that really difficult end to the first race for him. And second place is the SLR representative Copy. So it should be an interesting grid. Edge has proven so far that he is consistent as well as fast. So
also, just something to mention. Copy is ahead of Bascodinho, so
yep,
we'll be fine.
That's round 2 with those guys. And yeah, we got Revo, who's qualified up in P5, so a good show from him. He's the... In fact, he's not the lead 2SRL driver, because Jeremy, of course, is a 2SRL participant in the Sauber. So good stuff from Jeremy. And you see the cars going around on their formation lap once again. We'll get the HUD sorted out in the meantime.
Yeah. So... yeah, Copy at the... Oh, Anonymous and Toch Thomas running into each other, presumably.
Oh, Toch Thomas. Yep, I would have thought so. They were next to each other, so it makes sense that they collided with each other. And we have Revo in P5. Very good first race from him. Sergios also gets himself disqualified. Sergios starting right at the back, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens with those... 2 McLarens from the back of the grid. They are out of position. It's going to be difficult for them in just 17 laps to make it up.
I'm wondering what's the matter now. Is Anonymous actually counting as an SLR driver, because he has been running in the Renault for the last race and now he's in the Williams. Last race,
I'm pretty sure
Police has been in the Williams, and now he's in the McLaren.
I'm pretty sure that, yeah. So Please and Anonymous should both be SLR drivers, right? So I'm pretty sure it's just a mistake that Anonymous is in the wrong car. I think he should be in the Renault. But in any case, we're going to get going here very shortly indeed.
Yeah. I appreciate people whispering information into my ear on Steam chat, by the way.
Here we go, 5 lights, and away we go at the front of the grid. Good start again from Edge. He got a very good one, much cleaner than...
Jeremy has got a really good start.
Jeremy got a good start from P4 as well, but down into turn 1, out of turn 1 they go. Revo all over the back of Jeremy, goes to the inside into turn 2.
And Toch Thomas is fancying a look.
Oh, and Jeremy runs very wide. Jeremy loses 2 places, hits his teammate as well there, Toch Thomas. But Toch Thomas does manage to get past him side by side now. Bantz and Anonymous as they run down towards the hairpin. As Bantz gets himself a penalty somehow. Not exactly sure how.
Now he's on the inside of Jeremy,
turn 1.
and he takes one position.
Oh, there's a Toro Rosso behind them. Wimpy, who hit all of them.
And Sergios is disqualified for parking in a dangerous location.
So I think Sergios was not in the race, I don't think he got off the line. So Sergios, as Wimpy drives off the track, trying to go around the outside, and I don't exactly see what happened there. He's had a very eventful start to this race though, but at the moment it's Edge back up front once again, just as he was in Australia, so he's doing the job at the moment for WWRL. Bascodinho third behind Coppi in second place, and then Revo and Tok Thomas, who's having a fantastic race in the 2SRL camp, exiting the final corner.
Sergios' wheel was off, so he drove into the wall and parked it in a dangerous location. So that's why he got disqualified, and that's super unfortunate, obviously being SLR's top runner. I mean, he's currently leading their championship, and he was also the best driver for them in Australia, and now he's disqualified in lap 1.
Yep. Well, there are other SLR drivers towards the front of this grid. Coppi at the moment is right up there as Tok Thomas gets a little bit close to the back of Revo, but that looked all right to me.
And Bance hits Jeremy in the rear and he pushes him wide, so Smeltino is able to claim 2 positions, or at least Bance for now, but now he's besides Jeremy and he takes him towards the Mercedes corner.
Yep, nicely done by Smeltino. Very, very opportunistic as Jeremy runs quite wide there, probably got a warning for that. Here's Bance just behind, and you see they're all running in formation towards the midfield, but at the moment right up front it's looking like the same old story for Edge. He's ahead of everyone in that Mercedes and stretching his legs. He's out of DRS range, crucially, against Coppi. 1.2 seconds, you need to be within a second for...
Oh, and Bascodinho already with the first penalty. You get these really quickly if you extend on turn 1. So I think all of the track is really fine on strict corner cutting settings. It's really not that easy to get warnings there. Besides maybe the one little turn before Sachskurve.
Revo having a look to the outside of the hairpin of Bascodinho. We're going to see he locks a brake a little bit and just tries to get it turned around. A little bit of contact there, but nicely defended by Bascodinho. Didn't run too wide, and Revo not able to make the overtake stick as Tok Thomas gets himself a penalty as well. So I guess he ran a little bit wide, or he cut the little right-hander maybe. That's a little bit of a silly one, but unfortunate.
What I was about to explain in too much length was turn 1 is really it's really bad on strict corner cutting. Teilweise.
Revo pits, so does Bascodinho. So I don't know if there's any damage between those two, any contact between those two. We're going to see. As I don't know whether this is just an undercut by the looks of it from Revo. No front wing change necessary, so he comes out of the pits. As Basco of course has a no, he doesn't have a penalty. That was just a glitch, so he does get out along with Revo out of the pit lane. So Basco just a little bit ahead. So these are the first guys to stop.
Smeltino might have a look at Anonymous. He squeezes him a bit. Anonymous squeezes Smeltino a bit to the outside of the track, but Smeltino is able to place his car ahead of Anonymous and claims P4.
Yep, nicely done. So Anonymous struggling a little bit on those ultra soft by the looks of it, but man who's not struggling is Edge up front, who again is still out of DRS range of Coppi. Coppi is staying with him reasonably well, and then a little bit of a gap to Tok Thomas, and then Smeltino and Anonymous, who is, as we saw, are battling with each other.
Oh, and there's a car off! It's Tok Thomas!
Tok Thomas,
He's
what
off.
happened? Oh dear.
Out of Sachskurve. He's out. Oh, well, at least off track. Now he rejoins pretty...
Didn't see if he had any damage. He looks like he's alright.
It doesn't look like...
and he's all sorts of sideways there through the south curve, or the north curve, I forget which one.
It's a pit lane party with, I think, Smeltino getting a penalty.
So Smeltino, he did get himself a penalty. So a bunch of people pitting onto the soft tyres.
After 5 seconds for the start. What happened to Coppi?
He's struggling a little bit out of the pit lane. Might be the same thing we saw last time. So he's behind both Bascodinho and Revo now.
Okay.
So they both undercut him. So Coppi's got it all to do. He was in a position as we saw a little bit earlier on. He was only a second or so behind the leader. Jeremy gets himself a penalty.
Jaga gets overtaken by Bascodinho. By the way, if anyone in chat or in my Steam chat knows what is up with Copy and his pit limiter, feel free to tell me, because I would really like to know what is going on for him. That doesn't look good.
Yeah, he once again he didn't get out of the pit limiter speed in time, and that cost him quite a few seconds. There, we saw that cost him all of the time behind Revo. As we see now, Revo all over the back of Jogger. They're on different strategies, of course. Jogger with old tyres.
Jeremy going into the pits.
So these are the last, I think, other than Silver. Silver's still out there, as Jogger it is who does pit from what was P8. He's going to be falling down the order a little bit. Revo now chasing down Bascodinho once again. Is he in DRS range? I don't know. It looks like he might be. So if Revo can get DRS down the back straight, that's going to be an interesting little scrap, I think, for a while. /LP gets himself a penalty, unfortunately. So he's struggling now towards the back of the field. He was having a very good run in Melbourne, but obviously those incidents costing him, and he eventually had to make an extra pit stop there as well. Retired from the race in the fast chicane. So Edge, by the way, has come out about, what, 3.5 seconds ahead of both Bascodinho and Revo. So at the moment, in terms of the leagues, it is a WWRL 1-2 with Edge and Bascodinho in a net first and second positions, with Silva and Tok Thomas still yet to make their pit stops.
Yeah, I think they will come in soon. The tire jump is... oh, I think... Okay, that looked a bit weird on Tok Thomas' side. It's the jump from Ultra Softs, skipping Super Softs to normal Softs, right?
Yep, that's right. So the qualifying tyres don't last very long at all, but they are very fast. So Silva comes into the pit lane, so does Tok Thomas. They're both going to come out quite some way down the order, but with the fresh tyre advantage. And now we're going to see, I think, a battle between Bascodinho and Revo for this P2. Revo looks like he has the pace for the time being.
Yes.
To put Basco under pressure. There's a battle behind as well with Copy. Yeah.
Yes, Martino
having a look at the inside.
On the inside, and he breaks fairly late and even goes off track. So Copy. Oh, they come together, but only a bit. Wasn't as bad as it looked on my screen. But Copy manages to keep his position. Now Martino throwing it down the inside in the Mercedes corner. I think they tapped wheels again, so Smeltino really not trying to concede this position, and it looks like he has got it now.
Nicely done, Smeltino. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a bit of a rough battle. I
don't think it was too bad. I think he did leave room on the outside there. He didn't brake too late. He braked late, but not too late. So Copy was able to get around the corner as well. Looked like good racing between the two of them for the most part.
Yeah, I didn't mean that in... I didn't mean that in a they were pushing each other around way more, and they didn't give each other a centimeter, and it turned out to be a good battle.
Yeah, absolutely. So Revo now once again all over the back of Bascodini, and surely he's got him this time. Surely.
Oh, Bance
gets himself a penalty. He's all the way down in P13 though somehow. So,
after that, he got the 5 seconds penalty.
Oh,
and
that's
Revo
right, he did.
And
Revo down the inside.
Now in the hairpin, and Revo makes the pass, so now he is in P2.
And we got Copy and Smeltino once again. Copy had a good look around the outside there, but nothing doing. So these two side by side again, back up front. Revo covers the inside and just about gets it done into the Mercedes corner. He's got Bascodinho all over the back of him now, though. Into the stadium section they go, through the right-hander into the Sachs curve, the left-hander. The Smeltino ran a little bit wide there by the looks of it, gets himself a penalty. But we're going to stick with the action back up here. This is for P2 at the moment. 3 seconds or so is the lead that Edge has over both Revo and the Bascodinho. Revo at the moment looks like he has the pace advantage just for the time being.
Yes. But now there's, I think, 3 consecutive DRS zones. So Bascodinho might as well be able to not let Revo get away.
Yep.
but
he's
I
quite a
think
long way
Revel
behind,
nailed
though.
the corners better.
Yeah, he's quite a long way behind, so he's obviously struggling to keep up. That's not a great camera, is it?
Won't
These
be a
two.
move into the hairpin for sure.
There's Copy, and Satoshi and Jeremy scrapping as well. This is for P7, so another WWRL participant fighting his way up the order. Jeremy, a little bit of a tag there on the exit of the hairpin. Looked like no damage done to either party, but certainly Jeremy a little bit overeager there out of the hairpin. He tries to break.
Yeah, it looks like he could go a bit faster, but Satoshi is placing his car exactly where he has to place it to defend this position. So it is on Jeremy now to find that gap, and that's not
Jeremy
how you
running
find a
wide.
gap, that's how you nearly avoid killing your car. And again, Jeremy is not having a really good time. And
what happened to Sveltinho? He went off on the outside of the right-hander, the second to last right-hander. So something happened there. I guess he lost it on the way out of the left-right chicane. So Sveltinho, after a great run, has retired from this race. That's really, really unfortunate for him.
Yeah. Also, there's literally a hail of penalties for corner cutting or track extending. Has Revel got a penalty or Bascadinho?
I think Basco has one from the first couple of laps. I'm not sure about Revo. He
I will have a look in the race director.
Yeah, if you can, because it matters quite a lot. Edge, I believe, doesn't have any, so Edge looks like he's going to win this race, just as he won the first race at Melbourne. As I say that, Edge gets himself a penalty, so that could be a big deal. Does Revo have one? Because if Revo doesn't have one, he might win this race. He's only just over 3 seconds behind.
I didn't find one. No, he doesn't. Bascadinho has one.
Okay.
Revel has only got one warning. So
okay, so Edge just got a penalty. So yeah, it's going to be close for the win here between these two. At the moment, Edge looks like he has the pace advantage, but Revo, we've seen him pull away from Bascadinho. He is quite fast. Yep.
Also, he has come here with little to no practice at all, because he has kind of abandoned F1 for iRacing.
Another penalty for Jeremy from P7. So Jeremy going to be struggling to hang on to those points towards the back end of the top 10. As we see now this battle, Tipsy Bob being chased by Slash LP. That's an extremely unhelpful camera angle. Thank you, Codemasters.
Yes.
As Tipsy is under attack here, covers the inside line and manages to get it slowed down. Slash LP able to get a little bit of traction.
Getting a bit of grass on the inside.
We've got Revo with a penalty.
On the inside, and that's
well, that probably ends the race as a contest. Yeah, I would have thought. So Edge will be able to relax a little bit. He's got that 4-second advantage for real once again.
Yep.
And then we have this battle down the order for 9th, 10th and 11th. I'm going to quickly take a look as Copy gets himself a penalty. So Copy in P4 right now.
He didn't have one as well, so now it's basically the top 4. I don't know if Anonymous has one.
I've not seen one for Anonymous, as Bantz now all over the back of Slash LP, goes to the inside into turn 2. They're both going to get DRS, of course, from the Sauber just in front.
Slash LP getting a good run around the outside now.
Good late braking from Slash LP.
Who will have DRS? I don't know.
They all will. LP, well, other than they both do. Other than Tipsy Bob.
Right. Yeah, I forgot
Tipsy Bob is just ahead. They might be 3 wide here into the hairpin once again. Tipsy covering the inside line. Slash LP goes to the outside. Tipsy running a little bit wide. Bantz is going to try and take the both of them, but doesn't really get traction on the exit. You think is going to keep that position though ahead of Slash LP. Slash LP trying to hang on around the outside, but I think Bantz has it as they head into the Mercedes corner. Bantz does cover the inside, and he does get that move done. So Bantz with a point at the moment in P10.
Exactly. Quite a tense battle there. Silver gets himself a penalty. I think I suspect every driver or almost every driver will have at least one penalty at the end of the race.
Well, I think Anonymous doesn't, and I think Anonymous at the moment is in a net P3 because he's now within 3 seconds of Bascadinho. So could be seeing Anonymous on the podium here. As we see now this battle for 6th place. Satoshi trying to defend from Jeremy. Slash LP gets himself, I think, his 2nd penalty. I'm not exactly sure. But this is the battle for 6.
With 1 warning only.
Okay, so Anonymous, yeah, is in a net P3 right now, because all of the cars around him all have 1 penalty, as far as we know.
And Bance is now, besides Tipsy Bob, into the hairpin. Will Slash LP slip through as well? It looks like he does, and he's not really been gentle enough on traction there, and that makes Tipsy keep that last point-paying position.
Yep, absolutely.
Again, to Sarel train from P7 to P10 this time, so not as good as in Australia, but they like to build a train.
Yeah, they got Revo up there in P2, so Revo having a very good race, and the rest of them picking up some points, so it'll be interesting to see what the standings are. I think WWRL are going to be extending their lead though, or rather are going to be overhauling 2SRL here. They're 8 points behind at the moment. And I think the 1st and the 3rd place might be good enough. Satoshi trying to hang on to P6. Jeremy having a dive up the inside. A little bit of contact there. That was an unfriendly move from Jeremy. He's now going to have the run, though, I think. For once, this is a camera angle now. Jeremy goes to the outside as they go through the Parabolica in towards the hairpin. Satoshi on the inside. Jeremy on the outside. And again...
And... he might have a look down the inside. Yeah, he's a run, and they can go side by side toward the Mercedes corner. And Jeremy looked like he had a bit of oversteer there, and they are still side by side. And now Satoshi edges out Jeremy and gets to keep his position in P6, which gives 8 points. So, yeah, quite good positions for those two.
Yeah,
at the moment, obviously.
Absolutely. So Jeremy has got 2 more laps to get it done. In fact, 3 more laps to get it done. Bance gets himself a penalty, so Bance is going to be really struggling, I think.
6 seconds. He might fall behind Ocean Chief, who is currently in P10.
Yeah, it's close between the two of them.
But it's 6.2 seconds, so he might just be fine. I don't think he will catch up to Silver, though. And someone who did catch or has catched up in the past and still has caught up in the past and is still behind the same car is Jeremy, who is now entering Parabolica behind Satoshi with open DRS again. So in the SLR race we've seen so much overtaking here. Will it work out for Jeremy? It doesn't look like it at the moment.
The over-under, he got really good traction on the exit side by side as they head up towards the right-hander into the Mercedes corner. Satoshi just had a little bit more momentum there. Jeremy trying to go around the outside, not really able to do it though, and has to fall in behind once again. Really good battle between these two. 3 laps to go here at Hockenheim.
And Tok Thomas is retired.
What happened to Tok Thomas?
No, he manually retired.
Oh dear.
So his car doesn't have any damage, I think, or at least he has got 4 wheels.
Well, he was having a very good run at the beginning of this race. Not such a good run towards the end of it, but Shoney still does have the pace. Tok Thomas, 2 laps to go.
Just a question, I nicknamed him. Is he called Toto for you?
He's Toto, yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, just to say that, because viewers might get confused who Tok Thomas is. It's Toto.
Yeah. So, shortened his name by the looks of it. So, now... we have round 3 between Satoshi and Jeremy. Jeremy doesn't really have much of a slipstream this time, doesn't really have much battery, which is why he's not very close this time into the hairpin as Satoshi goes around. Jeremy still staying within some sort of a range. I guess he's charging his battery probably. Please down the order with a 3-second time penalty as they go through the Mercedes corner out towards Mobile 1. Jeremy runs a little bit wide. Might have got a warning for that.
Has he got a penalty?
Don't know what the penalty situation is between these two. Jeremy almost loses the car on the outside of the right-hander. My goodness, that was really close.
Nice save, though.
It was a very nice save.
I'm sure that gave him a half.
Yeah, that was a code brown for Jeremy, but managed to get away with it. And Satoshi runs a little bit wide there in the last corner. Last lap then. Edge is going to win this race, but what's going to happen behind him? Revo's going to come second, I think, as well. Satoshi was very slow into turn 1 there. Jeremy all over the back now as they head in towards turn 2.
Yeah, and
has a look up the inside, but nothing doing.
Have a look. Yeah, exactly. So now he will try to get his car directly behind Satoshi to get the maximum slipstream, but
Satoshi has way more battery as well. So Jeremy's out of battery. Has a look up the inside there. Jeremy just outbrakes himself a little bit, heading into the hairpin. Out of the hairpin, can't get traction either, so looking like Satoshi's going to win this battle, at least for the time being. What's happening here? Copy and Anonymous.
Anonymous forced off track, I think, and now Copy got a bad run, or did he just...
No, I think he gave him it. I think he gave him it because he realised that he pushed Anonymous off the track.
Between those two.
That's, yeah, good stuff.
Also, Anonymous has to make sure he doesn't get held up.
The back up front, Edge has won the race.
It's 1/10.
Well done to Edge.
Between him and Bascadinho, possibly with a penalty. So Bascadinho crosses the line, and Copy is into the wall.
Oh, what happened there? Oh no, he has crossed the line. He has crossed the line. He's only just crossed the line, though. My gosh. Wow.
But that could have cost him. Okay, no penalties. Wow.
So yeah, Copy does cross the line, but something that we didn't mention before. Anonymous didn't have any penalties, and he has jumped Bascodinho for P3. So Anonymous on the podium here in Germany, and that is a great result for him and for SLR.
Yeah. It's safe to say at the moment that WWRL and especially Edge are looking like the favorites to claim the title here.
I don't know, I'm just working it out at the moment. I'm not actually sure they have too much of a lead here. Because, what do they have here? 72-82 after 2 rounds, and 2 SR. The standings have gone off. We'll see when the standings come up again. Exactly what the situation is. There is the situation. So 2SRL got 2nd and then 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. It's +4, +2, +1. So that is... Oh no, that's the wrong one. So
yeah,
just doing some mathematics.
Expressing his frustration over the 5-second stop-go penalty. Also, he doesn't know what happened with Wimpy. That was quite a huge collision, but for some reason no car, or at least Vance didn't completely die there. I don't know what happened to Wimpy. He might have lost control.
I think he lost it under braking, yeah. He missed his braking point or something.
The corner.
Yeah, because he went down the inside of everybody. And yeah, there was contact between him and a couple of other cars there. But, alright, the championship standings. SLR are in real trouble. They look like they might not win this championship because, which is a little bit of a surprise because I guess with Sergios's issues, that's made it really difficult for them. But at the moment, WWRL are in the lead of this championship with 82 points, and then 2SRL are in 2nd with 76, if my maths is right, and I'm not absolutely sure that it
82 points for
WWRL.
Okay. How much is it for Ferrari? So 2SRL?
76 for 2SRL.
Okay, and
then 43 for SLR.
Okay, I'm going to put that into chat quickly.
Okay.
So people can look it up.
It's pronounced WWRL, apparently.
WWRL.
WWRL. I think we'll stick with WWRL.
I like how the shortened version of the league's name is actually harder to, or takes longer to say than Worldwide Racing League.
I guess it's one of those words as well that's particularly difficult for Germans to pronounce, unfortunately. It's like the word squirrel, right? You can't say the word squirrel. You said the word squirrel. There you go.
Squirrel.
So there you go. So yeah, but that's a difficult word for Germans to pronounce, I'm told. So
it really is. Okay, I didn't know
apparently.
that. I haven't thought about it.
So there we go. 6 points is the gap between WWRL and 2SRL.
But yeah, WW is really a pain to say.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, I guess we could just call them worldwide. I guess that might be better.
Yeah,
that's slightly shorter to say. Yeah, Basco with the 3-second penalty. Dropped him out of the top 3, unfortunately. Still a really good 4th place, though.
So it will be the showdown between Worldwide Wrestling League and TUSRL in the end, I think.
I think so too, yeah. We'll see whether Sergios has managed to fix his problems as well. I don't know if he's going to be in the race here. Though, is he in the lobby? Oh yeah, he is in the lobby, yeah. He's 3rd from the top. Alright, so 6 points is the gap. We're going to see Interlagos here. It's a short lap. So, not too long to wait before we find out who has pole position for this event.
Also, it doesn't look like we will get clarification about what happened to Copy. He says that his pit limit button doesn't work for some reason, and he says he doesn't know really why.
Okay.
Hugo's is really telling me a lot about what is going on.
Yeah, well, hopefully he fixes that.
Yeah, would be a shame.
The standings brought to you by Oxfordian Calculations. Yeah, thank you. Right, here we go. Who should we start? Who should we start on board with? Let's start on board with Edge, because he's dominated a couple of sessions so far.
Yep.
Into turn 1, nice and neat and tidy through the centre S, pretty much flat all the way through, as he gets good traction on the exit of turn 3 and hightails it down the back straight towards turn 4. Brake just after the 100-metre board. Stay on the right-hand side into the apex of turn 4 and run it out wide on the exit. Gets a little bit out of the track there, but seemed like it was okay. He is in the lead at the moment.
Oh, Satoshi.
3 WWRL drivers. What happened to Satoshi?
Wow, Satoshi died. I don't know.
Oh dear. So
actually 3 WWRL drivers.
Oh, as I say that, Smeltinho had a really bad couple of corners, so he's all the way down now in P7. Revo's got himself up into P3.
Sergios also got out of the swamp now.
Yep, so good showing
Revo
from
had a
WWRL.
moment.
Oh
He
dear.
had a real moment. I was riding on board with him, and Sergios has managed to put himself between the Worldwide Racing League drivers, Smeltinho and
in the P2, so it's Edge at the moment. And once again, 3 qualifying sessions, 3 pole positions for Edge. So
I'm
good
pretty
stuff.
Proud of myself that it's been, I think, like 1.25 hours, and I haven't made any puns about him having the edge on the other drivers.
Ah, no, you ruined it there. It was going so well. And, you ruined it.
Yeah, I didn't think I could keep it for the last day, so I had to say no.
It's a big gap as well, half a second between himself and Smeltinho. He was ahead pretty much for the whole of the session, but really good result for WWRL. They got 3 of the first 4 slots.
Yep.
And then the first 2 SRL driver, once again Jeremy, out-qualifying Revo, and he is P6.
I will leave you alone for the loading screen after the moment.
Okay.
I'll be right back, sorry.
Okay, no worries. So yeah, WWRL with a 6-point lead in the standings, and well, at the moment it's looking like a good Brazil race for them as well. SLR having some good representation as well in the top 6, and then come the 2 SRL crew. Yeah, we think Edge will have the edge. I tend to agree. I think he'll have the edge too. He's obviously a very good driver. He's shown that in the 2 races so far. We'll see if anyone's able to even challenge him this race. He's not really been challenged so far in these first couple of races. See the cars come off the grid. Satoshi immediately gets himself disqualified, along with Please and Top Thomas. So Top Thomas at the back of the grid and also disqualified. You see the cars warming their tyres down the back straight towards turn 4. And we've got a couple of 2SRL gaggles. We've got Jeremy and Revo, P6 and 7. And then we've got Bant, Silver and Tipsy from 10 to 12. But at the moment, at the front of the grid, it's pretty much exclusively worldwide drivers.
So, I'm back.
Welcome back. So we are...
Ocean Chief just qualified again.
Oh, Ocean. So cold tyres for Ocean Chief.
Yep.
Starting at the back of the grid. Who's starting on softs? Satoshi's starting on softs. So that might be interesting actually. That might be an advantage for him towards the back of the grid. He'll be on the different strategy from the others. Able to run longer into the race. We'll keep an eye on Satoshi. Hoping for no damage. So here we go, race number 3. Edge looks like he's won the individual championship already. In fact, has he? Not quite, because Revo's got a third and a second. So Revo's on 33 and Edge is on 50, but he only needs to finish, what, 6th, I think?
Around that.
To win the championship, something like that. Here we go then. The lights coming on. We have Edge from Smeltino. It's an all worldwide front row. Good start from Edge once again. Very good start from Sergios, who gets up into P2 and gets himself in front of Smeltino as through the first couple of corners there go. A couple of Force Indias doing very well as well. And Jeremy got himself a good start. There's a crash at the back.
Anonymous has spun and he collects two of the he collects both Alpha Sauber cars in the center, so Tipsy and Silver both with damage, and someone has been shot out basically. It's Wimpy, he's into the wall.
Oh, and a dreadful start from Revo and a couple of other people as well, and into the wall goes Slash LP and probably out of the race. Well, not quite out of the race, but my goodness, he has damage, I'm sure, from that as he he fails to get the car straightened up properly.
Oh no,
so
he hits
Slash LP.
the wall again, so Slash LP pretty much can be counted out of the competition.
Well, he's had some good pace today. He's had a couple of disastrous crashes though, so not the cleanest of sessions for Slash LP, but we do have a battle by the looks of it up front. We've got Edge from Sergios. Sergios trying to get the power down, squirming a little bit out of the final corner. As what happened? Something happened to Revo, did it? Revo's lost himself a place.
He lost some positions, yes. But I can't tell you what happened. He's now ahead of his teammate Benz. And Edge, of course, heading the fastest lap because he's in the lead. Slash LP is retired. So what needs to happen now for 2SRL, Revo running a bit over the green concrete thingy, I don't know.
Jeremy having a look up the inside. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. What needs to happen now is basically something has to happen to... Oh! Revo! And Revo goes into the grass. That's not what I wanted to say, but he still makes a mistake. Bans gets up ahead, so the two 2SRL guys swap positions. What I wanted to say is something has to be to go horribly wrong for Smeltino and Bascadinho. So...
well, there's a long race
Revo
to go
has
yet.
a yellow wing.
Oh, Revo has a yellow wing. That's very bad news. So Revo...
Oh, and he apparently let him through. I don't know where this information is coming from, but I just got that. I just got told that he apparently let him through because he got some wing damage.
Okay. So we
but
didn't
to
see
me,
when
it
that
looked
happened.
pretty dramatic because he rolled up some dirt and it didn't look intentional to me.
Copy all over the back of Jeremy as they go into the first corner. That's no DRS though, so Copy backs out of that one. Sergios does have DRS on Edge as they go down towards the back straight. Thomas gets himself some penalty points once again as Wimpy retires from the race. Didn't see what happened to Wimpy, unfortunately.
Yeah, Wimpy got basically shot off into the tire barrier in the first corner, exiting the center S. So in the right runoff area. Yeah.
Well, we have the two leaders scrapping now through the infield section up to the duckbill corner,
Yeah.
Pico de Paco.
So,
Pato, I think.
third attempt to say what I wanted to say. Smettinho and Pascadinho kinda would have to make some mistakes, and maybe Sergios has to pass edge, and then Bans and Revo both, and Jeremy of course, have to climb up the order and get them to keep the hopes alive for
Absolutely, here's a battle.
Otherwise,
Here's a battle for the lead. Sergios having a look up the inside into turn 1, not really able to get it done though. Edge manages to keep the position at least for now. He's going to have the DRS, of course, down the back straight as
Jeremy
well.
are fighting it out. I think Copy has just passed Jeremy, and
No, Jeremy's
now
got him around the
hangs
outside, though,
around
I
the
think.
outside.
Who has DRS here? Bance also.
And Bans wants to get past, and wow, this looks really close. Then they are almost free wide, and
Bance
he pushes Copy
him
around
wide.
a bit. Let's hope he didn't get wing damage there. That would be unfortunate, but I don't think he has some. Sergio's also still keeping his car in, or still having edge in basically touching distance.
Oh, and down the inside goes the Haas. Who was that? That was Tok Thomas up the inside of Satoshi. And Satoshi, well, he did manage to hold on to that position in the end. Satoshi, by the way, started down all the way down in P17. Is up in P9 now on those soft tyres. So we'll see whether he is going to have a pace advantage here for the next couple of laps. He's going to have considerably better tyres, I would have thought, than the cars around him.
Yeah, the super softs will probably drop off soon in comparison to his soft tires. Will Bans now have a look against Copy? He moves to the outside and tries to carry more momentum, and almost gets into a spin there, and Revo loses his position to
passing
Satoshi.
to Revo.
Pascadinho's off! Wow, I kind of jinxed it. He went off. I think it was in P3.
He was up in P4, I think. Yeah, I didn't see what happened.
I don't know their order. He went off out of the stairs.
Bance and Copy once again as they head up towards Pinheirino. Bance trying to get it around the outside once again, side by side. Good racing between the two of them. They both gave each other room. Bance manages to brake later for the right-hander, and just about manages to keep that spot. Copy and Jeremy as well all over the back of him, and Satoshi moving up the order very, very quickly here for Worldwide.
Yeah, he's kind of compensating for the drama that has gone on with Pascadinho. Of course, lost his car.
Yep, absolutely. So I wonder if Revo is going to pit this lap. I imagine he probably is.
Yeah,
because he
Pascadinho
has damage.
definitely having to pit as well. He can't get the corners because his wing is damaged. Silver just went around his outside. And
Bance pits, so Revo won't pit. Oh, Revo does pit, so they're going to double stack in the pit lane, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Bance and Revo.
And Sergios is having a look down the inside. Second straight, and now he's on the green tarmac, so he did get the move done at first glance, but then I don't think he could catch the car. He probably broke late, and so that made it possible for Edge to slip past into the back up into the lead for Worldwide Racing League.
Yeah,
really
good
important
stuff up front. We only caught the tail end of that, but Sergios all over the back of Edge once again. And there's lots of DRS zones on this track to get it done, so we'll see if he's able to do that again this time. Silva from P10 gets himself a penalty after a few warnings, and Revo lost a lot of time in the pit lane there. Is he still in the pits? Is that right? Let's have a look. No, he's out of the pits now. That's a bug. I
wonder why they double stack, because they are in a voice call together, and the information I got through Yugos was because Yugos was in the voice call as well, so he fed me with information. That's what was going on.
Yeah.
So they communicated that basically team order, like they.
Yeah, you'd have thought they managed to get that sorted out, but obviously they didn't. As again, Sergios has a little bit of a look up the inside into turn 4. Doesn't manage to get it done. Couple of penalties flash up on the screen. Ocean and Jogger both getting penalties, running P7 and P8. As Sergios having a little bit of a look to the inside into the right-hander, but nothing really doing there. He is all over the back now, though, of Edge. Very, very close between the two of them. This is the battle that we wanted from the first race between these two drivers, and we're getting it here in race number 2.
3.
Race number 3, yeah, thank you.
I wish there was one to go. It's really exciting at the moment.
So here we go, Sergios out of the last corner. This is where he needs to be close, and he's going to be close by the looks of it. Are either car going to dive into the pits? We'll see. as Sergios now will open his DRS. Neither car dives into the pits. Edge is going to have to cover the inside if he wants to keep this position. I think Sergios down the inside into turn 1. Looks like he might get the move done. But again, Edge manages to brake a little bit later.
Oh, they make contact.
Oh, nicely done from Edge. Managed to park on the apex of turn 2. Again, Sergios though all over the back. We're going to see whether he should have it up the inside here if Edge doesn't defend, which he doesn't.
He moves to the inside, squeezes Edge a bit of a lockup, and he's
nicely done. He's got the move done.
But this time it goes well. So maybe Edge with a naughty counter move. No, there's no space for
nope, nothing doing there.
A daring maneuver.
So Sergios does take the lead.
Switching leaders,
for SLR. Oh, it's a little bit out of shape on the exit of that right hand of the left-hander, but nothing too dramatic. So what's happening behind? Satoshi is P3 now on those soft tires, so he's had a fantastic race, making his way up through the field. He's going to get the benefit, of course, of the super softs in the second stint as well, so he's going to be fast then too. Both in the pit. Sergios and Edge both pit. Neither gets a penalty. So good work, both of them managing to get it stopped in time. So Edge puts the soft tyres on. Sergios also pits. Revo gets himself a penalty. He's all the way down in P12 though now because of that double stacking pit stop. And Sergios does manage to get out just slightly ahead. So these two now on the same strategy, same tyres, same tyre life. And they will come out within a second of each other as Sergios hits the wall on the exit of the pit lane. I wonder if he'll have got damage from that.
Let's hope not. On the other hand, it could make it more interesting. But I think Edge will have a chance of retaking that lead nonetheless. Only that net lead, of course, because Satoshi is in P1 currently. Let's have a look. Where will he come out? Probably around Bance and Jeremy. Yep. Probably into that gap. Will be close on the exit though. It depends how he is going to do. I think he will probably pit in like lap 11, lap 12 for the super soft tires to make a super fast final stint of the race.
Yep, absolutely. We're going to keep an eye on exactly when he decides to pit. Thomas gets himself a 10-second penalty for corner cutting. Not sure exactly how you do that.
And but, now he's dropping down the order. He just let some cars through. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened there either. So Thomas obviously struggling. Back up front though, this is the battle between Sergios and Edge all night. We've seen Edge have the advantage over Sergios, but now tables turned. Sergios ahead.
Thomas spun his car, so that's what happened. He probably made a unfortunate location, so he got the 10-second penalty. That happens when the game thinks you just made a massive cut, but that can also be bugged sometimes, or just really weird on registering the bug. The cut and rating it. Very
unfortunate for him. But at the moment, in terms of the leagues, it's definitely looking like Worldwide are going to win this one because they have 3 of the top 4 positions. Satoshi is going to lose his lead, of course, but he's not going to drop too far down the order. I think he's probably going to come out P5 once he does decide to make his pit stop, which I imagine will be in the next couple of laps. In fact, it is right now as the 2 cars behind both go past. We'll see Satoshi go through pit lane. Edge with the fastest lap of the race as they head into turn 1. Edge right behind. And once again, Sergios getting the traction on the exit of the corner. So Sergios managing to keep the position for the time being at least. Satoshi does come out of the pit lane. We'll see where he comes out exactly. Eventually we'll see where he comes out. There he is. Yep, just ahead of Bant. So Satoshi with a very, very good first stint there. Gets himself into P5, and now he might even be able to chase down Copy as Bant gets himself a penalty.
Unfortunate.
Yep, on the exit of that left-hander by the looks of it. So Bant's trying to chase down Satoshi. Satoshi's tyres will have warmed up.
Oh, and Revo goes wide, so Bascadinho can pick up the position. Revo will now alongside the Force India car. And Bascadinho maybe he had to let him through. I don't know. He just kind of. It looked like he lifted off on the straight, so Revo gets to keep his position. Interesting things going on there. Sergio's now with the fastest lap of the race on his fresh, soft tire set.
What's happened to Bant? Bant spun in the final corner by the looks of it.
Oh no!
So Bant's, that was what the yellow flags were for. So we just saw him recover there. So Bant's with a moment, and Jeremy manages to get that P6 from him. We see once again up front, there was a little bit of a gap between these two. Sergios and Edge both giving it everything they've got at this point. There are 7 laps to go. Thomas gets himself yet another penalty.
So Bance is apparently on an adjusted setup, and it doesn't look like he can handle it too well. So probably made a change that he will regret now.
Oh dear.
So that might have sent him into the spin in the end.
Yeah, maybe. Revo is still trying to hold off Bascodinho behind him. Of course,
and Bascodinho has to hold off Thomas. Well,
yeah,
he has got
does.
10 seconds, but he will definitely fight nonetheless. Maybe he can get his mate Silver ahead of Bascodinho somehow. I don't know.
Just checking in back up front again. Half a second gap between the two of them. Edge does have a slipstream here, heading into turn 4, but not quite close enough. What happened there? Thomas has fallen down the order somehow.
Oh, and he spins.
Oh.
He spins just into the infield. So it goes horribly wrong for him, and he is retired. So no help for Silva in the end. Yeah,
Thomas with quite a few incidents there, and eventually getting himself knocked out of the race as Revo struggles his way through turns 1 and 2. With Bascodinho all over the back of him. We saw these two battling in the last race as well, and we're seeing it in this one too. Meanwhile, back up front, out of the last corner. Ooh, Edge running very wide there.
Yep.
He might even lose DRS because of that.
Yeah, he's going to the edge of the track.
He's out of. Yep, he's out of. Oh no, he's not out. He's not out of DRS range quite.
Yeah, that happened after the measurement point, I think. But if he doesn't get a really superb run through Senna S, he won't be in for the back straight.
So this battle up front looks like it might be going the way of Sergios at the moment. We're going to see, does he have DRS here? No, he does not. So Edge really struggling, and well, we'll see whether he's able to bring this one back, but at the moment it's looking like it might be Sergios winning this third race of the evening. Revo and Bascodinho again. Oh, there's a battle between Coppi and Satoshi. Yeah.
Coppi. Satoshi obviously on better tyres.
Yep, Coppi covering the inside in Pinheirino, so no room there for Satoshi, but is he going to be able to dive down the inside of this right-hander? He does!
Inside,
and just about manages to get alongside. He did get it stopped as well. So good stuff from Satoshi, and he's going to have more traction on the exit of this left-hander, and he gets the move done very easily into the Pico de Pato. So nicely done from Satoshi, up to P4 in that Mercedes, and another good position there for the worldwide crew.
I would, I mean, it's pretty obvious because this race isn't really going to Sarel's way. Their best position driver being Jeremy in P6, then Benz 7 and Revo in P9. These are their points positions, so it doesn't look good for them. And they will probably. Oh,
Ocean Chief is off. Ocean Chief is off. I don't know. Is that the last corner?
He was in a points position.
He was getting points, but yeah, last corner he spun by the looks of it on traction and went into the infield. So Ocean Chief making his weary way across the line with 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go for him, and not going to get any points by the looks of it just yet. Here is the battle once again between Revo and Bascodinho for P8. This is probably the closest battle on track now, if we assume that Satoshi is going to manage to keep himself ahead of Coppi for P4. Into the long right-hander once again. Revo managing to keep the gap just a little bit. They're on the same tyres, of course, these two. We've seen these guys battling. in race number 2. We're seeing it again in race number 3 as the ghost of, which McLaren is that, please, I guess. He managed to negotiate him as Revo again gets good traction out of the last corner, and he's got a little bit of a gap here between himself and Bascodinho. Let's check in again up front, shall we? Because Sergios, well, you can see the gap there. It's a pretty substantial gap at this point between Sergios and Edge, and it looks as though the McLaren driver, the SLR driver, might be taking this one away from Edge, who's dominated this event up till now. Pole position in all of the races, but not able to take this win by the looks of things. 2 laps to go and they cross the line.
Copy just dropped out of the DRS. He previously got from Satoshi, so this is over as well. Except Satoshi puts it into the wall or something like that, so probably not.
Yep, I would have thought. He's driven a very, very good race, Satoshi.
Yeah.
Starting from the back of the grid. Up in P4, he's going to get a very good reward for it as well.
Edge is pretty close to Sergius again.
Yep, he is.
Weird go on there. I didn't spot or something.
No, not that I've seen.
A quarter of a second. They want to make it exciting for the final 1.5 lap.
Yep, Edge has got a little bit more DRS as well, ERS as well. So just a tiny bit, 20% or so. But that might come into play in the last lap as they come around the infield section through the long left-hander towards the end of the lap into Yunsao, I believe it's pronounced, the final corner. It's the one that David Croft gets wrong all the time.
Yeah, I've actually got no idea of the corner names on this track except the Sennas, of course.
Yeah. There's quite a few. There's some fun ones. There's the duckbill is the tight right-hand hairpin towards the end of the lap. As Edge trying just a little bit too hard there, gets himself a little bit wide, but he is reasonably close here, heading up towards the left-hander, turn 4.
He doesn't make a stupid move to the inside.
Nope. I
kinda had.
He's close though through this right-hander into the next right-hander at Meguglio. A little bit of contact. Only a tiny bit though. Sergios looks like he has it for the time being. Again, wrong way. The ERS situation is, I think they both have enough to get to the end now. So,
Edge just almost lost it on traction, so that pretty much is the nail on the coffin. So he does make it a hat-trick, but I mean, first 2 times and then 1 time second is good as well.
Yeah, absolutely. A new name on the winners' trophy then for us here. SLR. Sergios drills the wall.
Yeah, and Edge is. Wait. Oh, Sergios had a penalty.
Sergios had a penalty. I did not see Sergios getting a penalty. So it is a hat trick for Edge. Well done, Edge. He gets himself 3 wins out of 3, and I think that does confirm worldwide as the winners of this event.
Definitely. It definitely does.
Here is the final battle between Revo and Bascodinho. Basco's been chasing him the whole time. Does have a slipstream here, but probably not close enough as they head up towards the line. Revo will keep that P8, at least for the time being. Does he have... Nope, he doesn't get it on penalties, so Basco obviously had 1 less penalty than Revo, so he gets the 8th place. So I'm going to do a little bit of adding up, and I mean, it's definitely confirmed that Worldwide have won this. There is no doubt about that.
Definitely also claimed the drivers.
Yep, absolutely. So well done to Edge, well done to Worldwide. They were the worthy winners of this event.
Exactly.
So, alright, let me get to the results screen and then I will do some adding up. So they get 25 plus 15 plus 12 plus 4. So Worldwide end on 138. 138 points, which is definitely the most of anyone. 2SRL with a pretty meager haul in this one. I have to say, Jeremy was their best position driver in 6th place. 8 plus 6 plus 2 plus 1. So 1793 for 2SRL, and have SLR managed to win those particular bragging rights by overhauling 2SRL? I don't think so, but I'm not absolutely sure.
Don't think so.
28 they get from this, so they end up with 71. So it's a pretty sizable gap in the end.
Yep.
So 2SRL come in second, and Worldwide win the event with 138 points. 2SRL with 93, and then SLR with 71. So yeah,
Okay.
Edge 3 for 3, 3 wins out of 3. Despite that battle on track, Sergio's had the penalty.
And apparently it wasn't even a corner cut, so either he got it for something he doesn't consider a cut, something else happened.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, as stated multiple times, the game can be really on corner cutting, track extending, especially on strict, of course. On regular, it's pretty broken, so you can cut and extend a lot without getting penalized.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Strict kind of overdoes it.
Well, driver of the day, is there even a conversation about this?
Yeah, I definitely think it's Ocean Chief. I don't know. Almost getting a point.
Yeah, he was in a points paying position, and then he threw it off the road in the last corner. Unlucky Ocean, you'll get him next time. Yep, I think Edge is the driver of the day. 3 wins out of 3.
Okay. You could also
Fantastic
say
result
that.
for him. So that's our tournament then. It's been fantastic. Well done to Worldwide Racing League. They definitely deserve it. Both Edge in terms of individual skill, and also the supporting cast of Worldwide also showing up when it mattered. Bascodinho, Smeltino and Satoshi. So well done to all of you. And of course on this channel, well, we've got a weekend of racing ahead on this channel. Every Saturday and Sunday, including this Saturday and Sunday, we're going to have first of all the SLR race on the Saturday. That one's at Monza. And then the 2SRL race, and there are the individual standings, by the way, of this
that's
tournament.
a mile.
Yep, he won by a lot. So Saturday we've got the SLR race, and then Sunday we have the 2SRL race. Both Thimo and myself will be joining you for commentary of the SLR race tomorrow, and then we're both going to be driving in the Renault team in the 2SRL race. And we think it's going to be ItzTriton in the commentary booth for that one, so do not miss either of those 2 events. We also have a special event tomorrow as well. It'll be myself, That Bantz and Revo tomorrow morning, competing in the 6 hours of Nürburgring in iRacing. So a little bit of enduro action for you on this channel. We'll also have that on Bantz's Twitch as well. And that should be a good time, so come and join us for that as well if you can.
Yes.
Any final thoughts, Thimo?
As you know from me, I never have any final thoughts prepared, so I can only say it was a pleasure to commentate this event. It was pretty eventful, no pun intended. So I'm definitely looking forward to the races this weekend, and to possible follow-up events in this 3-race tournament style in the future. We don't have a fixed schedule or anything, but there will definitely be more of those later on.
Yep, absolutely. This isn't going to be the last one of those, so keep your eyes peeled, keep across the Discords and everything else, and we'll let you know as soon as we can when the next one of these is going to be. But that just about does it, I think. Thank you all very much for joining us. It's been particularly a pleasure to have the Worldwide crew in chat and on the track as well for this event, and they of course represented themselves extremely well. They took the title here in terms of the teams. So from myself and Thimo, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Goodbye.